Hello and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars review. This time I'm here with set 75270, Obi-Wan's Hut. It was released on the 26th of December 19 for the UK and Europe and the 2nd of January 2020 for the US. It has 200 pieces, is rated ages 7+, and comes with 4 minifigs. As you will see here, it comes with Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke Skywalker, R2-D2 and a Tusken Raider. Now the pricing on this is about $29.99 in dollars, $24.99 in pounds and $29.50 in euros. Obi-Wan Kenobi's Hut, located at the southwestern edge of a dune sea in Hubba Heights, Judland Wastes, Tatooine, was the residence of Ben Kenobi from 19 BBY to 0 BBY. He found it while circling Lars homestead on his Eopie and was about 136 kilometers from the Lars homestead. It was made from sandstone, but not much more of its history is known. It was presumed that it was constructed by a moisture farmer and was eventually abandoned, but during Ben's 19 years here, he made it a comfortable home. After the demise of the Death Star, and here's what I found, but I'm kind of unsure of it, it was used as a destination for the Skywalker tour, but that tour is a whole other can of worms for me. 9 ABY. Leia felt the Force guide her to the hut, only to find it ransacked, void of all bar Ben's workbench and a datapad in the cellar. In 12 ABY, Luke returned to the hut in a failed attempt to reconnect with his long-dead master, and when he arrived, it was empty, pretty much in the same state Leia found it, except the ceiling had caved in. So, just to look at the back of the box here, we can see some little functionalities. We can see that it closes up nicely here. We don't see any play in the Skywalker saga, but there's always that chance because it was made so close to the Skywalker saga sets that there is a definite possibility that it will be featured in the game. We also see that it then opens up, of course. It comes with a few kind of bits and bobs for all of our characters here. And then you can see it also comes with like a little kind of box there that you can store some of the stuff in, which is nice and interesting there. Definitely good kind of points for playability. And also, I think one of the main attractions for some people buying this set is definitely this holographic Leia that R2-D2 is sending out the signal of, which I think is really, really nice. But yeah, not an awful lot I can say about the back of the box. Let's get straight into the review. So, here we have the overview, and from left to right you can see that we have the 4 minifigures in front of us here. Obi-Wan comes with his lightsaber, Luke Skywalker also gets a lightsaber, R2-D2 comes with his little hologram of Leia, which is nice to see. The Tusken Raider comes with his Banta toothpick, and also they do use it as a weapon. I'm not really sure what else to call it. You can see then that it comes with the Marksman H combat remote. It comes with a set of binoculars here. It also comes with a carton of blue milk, a glass for the carton of blue milk, a saucer, a pot or a pan, whatever you want to call that yourself. It also comes with a spare toothpick, I suppose, and I think this is a walking stick. It's just another thing that the set comes with. It is in the hut somewhere up on the wall, so I'm assuming that that's what it is. Also then you can see that there are 2 boxes here. I've left them empty just for the purposes of this. And to be honest, that's all it comes with, but that is a lot. Like, for playability side of things, that is definitely a lot. Take away the Sand Trooper and you can still have quite a lot of playability just with Luke training with the combat remote, or, you know, Obi-Wan Kenobi sitting down drinking some blue milk or cooking something, while Luke, you know, looks out for looks out for Tusken Raiders or something. Also, you can recreate the scene where R2-D2 plays the hologram. But yeah, that's pretty much all it comes with. So let's get swiftly on to the minifigs. So first up, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he's looking pretty well here. The detail on his face is quite nice, the way he's kind of made to look older and a little bit more tired, which is definitely a welcome change there. Also, you can see that the torso is printed a little bit more in detail than it was in the past, giving you a little close-up here of the minifig. You can see what I was talking about there. The beard is quite nice on him. I like the printing level of detail there. Also then you can see on his back, He has a little bit of print in there as well. The belt is printed there with a little pouch, something that Star Wars Lego just seem to do with this kind of with these kind of clothes. Like you can see it with Anakin, young Anakin from episode 1, and you can see it the whole way through. If they're wearing these kind of clothes, they probably will have a little pouch on their back. It's especially with the color of the clothes. It seems to kind of pop out and just usually be a feature. Now, the level of detail on the torso here is definitely nice to see. The hairpiece, I like the fact that it's the old one, but I really do like kind of classic pieces anyway. That's kind of personal for me. I just really do enjoy having them in it. And to be honest, you can see no face print here on the back. And to be honest, you couldn't really do anything much else with the hair anyway, because, you know, he doesn't really have an awful lot of style in the hair. He literally just has a little bit of hair, a little bit of grey hair in the movie, and it's not really style. It's kind of blowing all over the place for most of the film, to be honest. But yeah, not much else I can say about this. He does come, of course, with his blue lightsaber, and that is great to see. But yeah, that's all I can say. Happy with the minifigure, definitely. I think it's a nice improvement from the Obi-Wans we have seen, or the old Bens that we have seen. And yeah, moving on so to the next minifigure, which is Luke Skywalker. Farm Boy Luke in particular. I will, however, just throw in here that Obi-Wan Kenobi was actually only in this set. That figure is new for this set and exclusive so far to this set, whereas this was released in 2016 and has been used in 7 sets since. Farm Boy Luke, the variant of Luke that this is, has been featured in plenty of sets over the years. This is definitely nothing new that we've seen in a long time. He comes with, of course, his little lightsaber there, but moving on to the actual detail on him here. Now, yes, he has kind of been reused since 2016, but to be honest, I think that's probably because they have got it right. The leg print in here is definitely very nice. I like the way it kind of looks like wraps a little bit like he does have on his leg. Also, the torso print is nice. It's nice that they add that little line in there to give some continuity from the top into the legs, and I like the kind of run-in that it has there. Definitely the belt is nice, but nothing too crazy. We see an extra pouch or two on the back compared to what Obi-Wan Kenobi had. But again, it definitely gets the point across about Farm Boy Luke's clothes and his kind of general appearance there. The hairpiece, I will say, is nice because he has a kind of moppy kind of hair in the episode. We can see then that he has a back face print here, which is a little bit of a smile, contrasted to a little bit of a kind of worried look, or even just stern look, just kind of, you know, down to business kind of expression on his face there. But again, not an awful lot to say about this minifigure. Let's move straight on to the next one. So R2-D2, exclusive to 2020, is definitely a nice figure, a nice upgrade. Definitely very small upgrades to the last couple of R2-D2s that have been released, but definitely welcome ones. Like, you can see that it's just a little bit more defined again than it ever was. They just kind of add in a little bit more definition each time. They can't really change much about the print anyway, because they've kind of nailed it, and also R2-D2 doesn't really change that much anyway. The head is definitely nice. I like how they've added in that kind of shiny colour in there to make it look a bit more realistic. Definitely always nice to see. Also, you can see there that it is probably a bit off the print. Yeah, you can see it dipping there, and there's a good bit of space then here, so it's not actually printed directly circular onto the head, but I think that is kind of something they've struggled with since they've made this print. He comes with his holographic message of Leia. And I will say he comes with this because it doesn't make sense for this thing to be out on its own anyway. Once you see this, it kind of has to be in front of R2-D2 because it doesn't really make that much sense. He doesn't have a holographic table. Like, Obi-Wan does not have a holographic table emitter, so that kind of, you know, it kind of makes sense that it has to be one of R2-D2's attachments here. And I will say that the table is nice, but the actual micro figure is really nice. And you can definitely notice by the minifigure, by the micro figure itself, that it is definitely Leia there, because you can see a little bit of the hair coming out from under the hood, which she is wearing both of. She's wearing the hood and she is wearing that hairstyle in A New Hope when she records the message. You can also see her little skirt, and it definitely still looks like a Lego version of her. I just think that is really, really nice to see, and I don't know if they've used it since, but I'm fairly sure they haven't used it other than this set, and it could be an exclusive piece to this set altogether. That could be where they leave it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about this minifigure. Happy to see him. He's been in, as I said, 4 sets this year, and only this year. He's been in Anakin's Jedi Interceptor, he's been in Mos Eisley, he's been in Obi-Wan Kenobi's hut, and Poe Dameron's X-Wing fighter. Delighted with the minifigure. I really think it's a nice kind of look for R2-D2. It's a very clean look. But yeah, moving on to the Tusken Raider. So here we have the Tusken Raider. Has only been featured in 2 sets this year. He is a 2020 release date, I suppose. He's not really exclusive, but he's only been in 2 sets, as I said. He's been in this one, and he's been in the Microfighter pack, Bantha versus Skyhopper. And you can see him returning again next year in 2021 with the Attack on Tatooine. Assault on Tatooine? I'm not sure. The Mandalorian set that's coming out on Tatooine with the speeder bike that everybody seems to be talking about. He comes with his Gatterfii, or the Gaffy Stick, which is essentially a toothpick for the Bantha, and also they use it as a weapon as well. Notably, there's another one in this set as well. It's inside the hut, which I'm assuming Obi-Wan kind of commandeered off one of the other sand people just to kind of fit in on Tatooine. Surprisingly enough, Obi-Wan Kenobi can't actually talk to the sand people. He can scare them away, alright, but unlike Mandalorian, he can't actually converse with them, which is kind of interesting, because he spent 19 years on Tatooine not learning how to talk sand people. But anyway, I think he was mostly kind of worried about contacting Qui-Gon Jinn in those 19 years, and also keeping a watchful eye on Luke. But back to the minifigure. The minifigure we see here is, as I said, exclusive to 2020 so far. And 2021 we see him returning again with some leaked images and official images of sets next year. You can see the printing on his torso is definitely very nice there. They've got the leg print in there, and also the belt is printed as well, just to kind of give a little bit more continuity from the torso to the legs. Definitely a nice flow there. You can also see that the belt straps containing all the pouches on his chest and waist there, definitely nice additions, and you can see them again, the straps for them at the back. Little bit of print in there on the back to make sure it looks like fabric and not just a plain Lego brick. The head mold now is definitely weird. Definitely weird. I have one of these already, so I've seen it before, but it's just strange. Like, it's definitely well done, I think. You can see here that the head does look wrapped with bandages, and you have these little kind of things poking out the top there, like they do in the films. And the face actually looks pretty well as well. Like, it's hard to get a face that ugly on Lego, but they managed it. They definitely managed it. All in all, I will say that it is definitely a very nice minifigure, and a welcome one. I think they'll probably end up using it time and time again for the next while. Like, they've used Tusken Raiders not a lot in the past, but judging by the way they're going, they've already released it twice in the end of this year, and also like the start of next year they're releasing it again. So they're kind of getting their money's worth out of the head mold, I think, is what's happening there. But yeah, that leaves us at the end of the minifigure selection. Let's get on to the little bits that it comes with, and then the build. So just because there's so much stuff here that it comes with, I'm just going to give you a small little overview of all of it together. Of course, it comes with 2 boxes here that you can open and close as you want. It comes with the combat remote here that Luke kind of uses to train his lightsaber skills, which is in a box in Obi-Wan's hut, I think. I don't think he ever actually uses it in Obi-Wan's hut. I think the first time we see it being used is in the Millennium Falcon while he's training. But it's probably the combat remote from Obi-Wan's hut. So, you know, we can take what you want from that. It also comes with a separate gaffy stick. And what I'm assuming is a walking stick for Obi-Wan just for kind of, helping him get through the sands. I'm not actually sure what it is. It could be a coat hanger. It could be anything. You can see a carton of blue milk here, not printed, unlike the one we're going to see in 2020's deluxe edition of Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga. Also beside that, you can see a little glass, or a cup made out of glass, I suppose. Then beside that, you can see that there's a little saucepan, and it comes with the 2 green studs, just kind of thrown in there. There's no actual stud on the inside of the saucepan there, so you won't get these little tiles stuck, which is definitely nice. And they kind of sit in there nicely as well. It looks like he's cooking up something kind of, weird and gross, like Star Wars kind of food. But yeah, definitely lovely to see that there. My favorite thing about all of this is not the combat remote, not the saucepan with some weird stuff in it, but the blue milk here is just, even without the print, I think it's a lovely addition to the set, and I think it's definitely becoming a really nice meme around the Star Wars and Star Wars Lego kind of community, and I just think it's great to see the blue milk kind of popping up everywhere, because it was actually one of the favoured drinks in Mos Eisley Cantina as well, fun fact. But another thing that it comes with, I'm just going to have to show you the set here for a second, is these things here. So this thing, I'm not sure, or this thing, what they're supposed to be. You could say they're accessories, but if you find out what they are, or even if you just decide yourself what they are, they could also be used as accessories. But for now, this is pretty much all it comes with, apart from, of course, the things I showed you with the minifigs, and arguably this table should be in here too, and not over with the minifigures. But that's where Leia goes, so that's arguably another thing that comes with it, but I did kind of touch on that in the R2-D2. Now let's get on to this set. So now it's time for the hut itself, and I'm going to start off with the exterior. This is exactly the way the instructions said to place everything and put everything everywhere. I'm a bit of a purist like that. I'll probably leave everything where it's supposed to be as well. On the back of the box, it shows that the clips on the side and bottom here, there's another one behind there, here and here, are also for weapons. But anyway, from the outside, this set does look nice. I think there's a few little things I'm going to say about it that I don't like, but most of it I really do like. I love the way it's very small and kind of compact, because Obi-Wan's hut and most of the huts on Tatooine are actually quite small. I love this doorway here, but one of the problems with it is it tells you to put this box here, and that kind of blocks the doorway, so when it's closed, it doesn't really make that much sense. I definitely do like that though. I like the little keypad here as well. I like the box there too, because it just kind of makes it look a bit more run down. Not that the hut is run down, but it's not exactly, 5-star material or anything. And it does just kind of make it look a bit more homey, I suppose, in that sense. The little windows on the side here, I really love. I love that piece, because they're very nice for like Tatooine mocks or anything like that. I'm assuming you're going to see them on the Coliseum that's being released soon. But definitely very nice looking there. The small wee windows. Now, one thing I don't like is the size of this window here. I don't think the window was that size in the show. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. But I really don't think that the window is that big. It looks like a giant hole in the side of his house. But like, also this pan or the pot is on the outside of the house. There's just a few things like that I don't really understand. But for what it is, it's still nice to see. Also, this is a nice little piece here. Also makes it look very kind of realistic in the sense that it's a Tatooine house. The color combination they used is definitely very nice. It's very plain because it's essentially only 1 or 2 colors. The light tan and the dark tan here. But, definitely nice because it does kind of make it look like the sin stone that the house is made out of. And opening it up looks fantastic. I really do think so. You can open up the top there as well. Definitely looks nice. I can't really say much bad about that. You can see all the pieces that it comes with I have put back in the right place. Like this attaches onto that and holds the combat remote. The table is supposed to go where it's supposed to go. The cup is behind the blue milk there. Once you have this down, it says to put the binoculars there, but if you have it up, it usually leaves the binoculars there. So this is what I was talking about this. I'm not sure, is it a walking stick or is it something that should be on the side of the front door, or is it a coat hanger? I really don't know what that is. I definitely do like how they've kind of put it in here, that it looks like a table and it looks like there's something on the table just to make the house look nice and full. This looks like a shelf and you can really kind of get that impression from it. Definitely nice. Another kind of way they do make it look like a home and not just a square block. I really like how the chair is dented in here within the kind of round piece here. I just think it looks very kind of cozy and homey, and I do like that quite a lot. They've put 2 stud plates and tiles there just so the legs don't fall off the characters when you're taking them out. I like the little seat there. I'm assuming that is a stairs. The white bit here is a little bit of a stairs so they can go up there and cook. That's definitely a nice little feature as well. I just really do like the overall design of it, and I also like the windows indented here. Makes it look like there's a little bit of a window ledge there. Definitely nice. I like this box being full of stuff because he does actually find a box full of stuff which has the combat remote in it and the lightsaber. But one thing I don't like about it, I think I've said already, is that it blocks the doorway. So whenever the thing is closed fully, it's right in the middle there, right in the middle of the door there, so people can't actually, go through, which doesn't make a lot of sense. But I suppose they're kind of working with what they have. It is definitely a little small set. I like all these clips around so you can put things on the walls. Definitely nice so all the stuff doesn't get lost. And again, another kind of feature to help it look like a little bit more of a home. And I also like that they've added in this little chimney here. This is definitely nice. I love those little features. I don't know, is it a chimney, but it just looks nice. I doubt it's a chimney because, come to think of it, they probably don't have fireplaces on Tatooine, probably one of the hottest planets in the solar system, but definitely nice. I'm definitely very impressed with how they've done this, especially with the small piece count and the small amount of information they know about the actual hut itself. The design is nice, it's built well, it's not built, there's no like mad techniques in it. It's generally standard enough kind of building techniques, and it for the most part does a good job of representing the hut. As you can see, once it closes over, it looks really well, or even if you wanted to open it up, it definitely also looks well. But that's really all I can say about the set. It's definitely a nice little build, but again, it's that small, there's not really an awful lot to say about it. Standard build, not an awful lot of really detailed aspects that you can get wrong, so not an awful lot of flaws. Definitely nice the way it's designed. This piece in particular is definitely nice if you wanted to build a Tatooine mock of any other buildings as well, because a lot of them have that dome. The color scheme is nice. I like how they add a few of these pieces in, but not everywhere, just to kind of give the wall a little bit more of a Sinstone look, which again is definitely a nice aspect of the set as well. Thanks a million for watching my video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you think there's anything that needs to be said. Thanks a million, guys. See you again. Take care.